Good morning everyone. In previous class we discussed about the RCC slab of siphon including reinforcement, complete work. The quantity of RCC slab of siphon we defined the 2.90 cubic. In this class we discussed about the item number 5, particulars of item. 10 cm thick brick floor in 1:3 cement mortar including 1:2 cement ponding floor of siphon duct. So first we discuss the floor of siphon duct and floor of drop pit. Okay, so in case of floor of siphon duct, the thickness of the 10 cm thick brick floor is provided. In case of floor of drop pit, also 10 cm thick brickwork is provided. So we need to first check the brickwork is provided here. The brickwork is provided here, and the brickwork is provided also here. So here the drop pit two side is from the drop pit is 2 number. So the siphon duct provided in case of drop pit is 2 number, and the siphon duct is 1 number. So the floor is provided in siphon duct it 1 number. So the for the drop pit it is 2 numbers. Okay. So then we are going through the length and breadth part. So in case of the length, the siphon duct length is how much? The siphon duct length we already defined, which is 9.20 meter, clearly indicate here in the longitudinal section of the diagram. Okay, 9.20 meter. So length is 9.20 meter. And what is the breadth? We know the siphon duct breadth we consider from the diagram or the cross section of the siphon duct, which is 1.50 meter. The breadth is 1.50, length is 9.20. Okay, same we need to check the drop pit. So in case of drop pit, the breadth is how much? 1.80, which is showing in the cross section CD. And the length is how much? Length is how much? Here the length is 1.80. The distance between this point to this point, it is equal to this point, which is 1.80, because the drop pit inner size is 180 into 180. So here the siphon duct length is 9.20, breadth is 1.50. In case of drop pit, number 2 numbers, length is 1.80 and breadth also same 1.80, because the drop pit side is 1.80 into 1.80. For the siphon duct, the quantity of siphon duct is how much? The number into length into breadth, it is equal to 13.80, and the drop pit to number into length into breadth, it is equal to 6.48. Okay, the total value of 10 centimeter thick brick floor, it is equal to 13.80 plus 6.48, which is equal to 20.28 square meter. Okay, then after that we go into the calculation of cement stroke pointing. Cement stroke pointing, this is 1:2 ratio is used. Okay, so first of all we discuss about the cement duct inner face, drop pit vertical faces, drop pit top faces, and parapet wall inner face top and outer face, then outer face of wing wall, then triangular portion outer face of wing wall. So first of all we consider the cement stroke in siphon duct inner face. We know the siphon duct inner face means the brickwork, the cement pointing is needed from this part. This is the siphon duct inner face. Same opposite side also. Why we consider the only inner? Why we not consider for the outer? It may be the question. Okay. So in case of outer face, it is already covered in soil, right? So no need to plaster the outer face because it is already covered in soil. But the inner face, it is open area, so we need to plaster here. So only we consider the siphon duct inner face, which is length is how much? Length is same 9.20 meter. Okay, which is the brickwork length 9.20 meter. And what is the breadth and what is the height? we know in case of plastering, in case of vertical surface, we consider only length and height. So here, what is the height? How can we define? We define from the cross section. It is the height is how much? It is, you can clearly indicate here 100 meter. Okay. So the length is 9.20 and height is 1.00 meter. Okay, number is 2 numbers. The total quantity of siphon duct inner face 2 into 9.20 into 1.00, it is equal to 18.40 meter square. Then we are going to the drop it 3 vertical faces. The drop it is 2 numbers, right? So 3 vertical faces. For 1 drop it, 3 vertical faces. For 2 drop it, how many numbers of vertical faces? 2 into 3, right? So number is 2 into 3, which is 6, right? So we know the drop it size is how much? The drop it size length is how much? 1.80, because the drop it size is 1.80 into 1.80. The length is 1.80. So we need to plaster the vertical face. So length and height only consider. So we need to check the height. How can we check the height? Height we check from the cross-sectional view. Okay, this is 1.20. 1.20. The height of the drop it wall is 1.20. So here we can write the drop it 3 vertical faces, 2 into 3 numbers, into length is 1.80, into 1 height is 1.20. Okay, the total quantity is 12.96 meter cube. Then after that we go through the drop it 3 top faces. So here the drop it consists 3 top faces, right? So the 3 top faces which is the breadth is equal. So we can consider the drop it is number 2. Okay, the top faces we need to add. So here the drop it faces, it means these faces. Okay, these faces and this face and this face. Okay, we know the drop it size is how much? So this is 1.80. So this is 1.80 and this is 1.80. 2 into 1.80. Okay, 1.80 plus this is how much? This is 2.10, right? Because 180 plus 30 plus 30 or 2.40. So we need to add here the drop it size, the 2 into 1.80 plus 2.10, which is the total length is 570 centimeter. Okay, the total top face is 5.70. The length is here the face we calculate. The breadth is how much? The brick wall, which is equal to the brick wall breadth, which is 0.30 centimeter or 0.30 meter or 30 centimeter. So the drop it top face is 2 into 5.70 into 0.30, which is equal to 3.42. Okay. Then after that we go to the parapet wall inner face top and outer face up to ground level. So the inner face and the outer face up to ground level we consider. The parapet we know 2 numbers is used. Okay, so the number is 2. How can we define the length of parapet? So we need to check here what is the length of parapet. Here the length of parapet is, we can define from the construction or the cross section AB. Here the total distance is 4.60, which is brick to brick wall distance 4.60. So it is lies between two wing wall, this point to this point distance, which is 4.60 meter. Okay, which is clearly showing the here AB section. Okay, so which is 4.60. So the length is 4.60. Length is 4.60. Number is 2. What is the height? How can we define the height? Here height is 20 plus 10 plus 30 plus 10 plus 35 plus 10 plus 5 plus 110 we consider. So how can we consider here? The total height is 2.30 meter. So here actually the ground position is here. The ground, this point to this point distance we don't know. So from this point to this point we need to plaster here, right? Which is 60 plus 20 plus 30 plus 10 plus here also offset also 10, here offset also 10, right? Then another side also, this one also same. 60 plus 20 plus 30, how much? 8 plus 30 is 110. So total distance this point to this point, it is 110. So total distance we add, then we get the total value from this point to this point. Okay, the total value is 230. Okay, 20 plus 10 plus 30 plus 10 plus 35 plus 10 plus 5. It is 20 is the thickness of the 30 centimeter wall, then 10 is the thickness of the parapet wall, then 30 is the thickness of the 30 centimeter wall, and 10 is the offset, and 35 centimeter is the parapet thickness wall, where 10 is the offset, then 5 is the offset distance, then 110 is the opposite side ground to height of the parapet wall distance, which is 110. Okay. So total distance is 2.30 centimeter. Okay. The quantity of the parapet wall is equal to 2 into 4.60 into 2.30. It is equal to 21.16 cubic. Okay. So today time is over. The remaining part we discuss in next class. Thank you.